Operation Hailstone, the air war that shattered Japan's fortress at Truk. The footage you are about to see is real, unedited, and a powerful window into the ferocious air combat and strategic brilliance of Operation Hailstone. This pivotal campaign was not just a military raid, but a masterstroke in the Pacific theater of World War II. The skies above Truk Lagoon became a cauldron of fire and chaos, where American pilots and Japanese defenders clashed in a battle that would forever change the balance of power in the Pacific. Truk Lagoon, the heart of Japan's Pacific defense. Truk Lagoon was the linchpin of Japan's defensive network in the Central Pacific. Located in the Caroline Islands, this vast lagoon was ringed by coral reefs and fortified islands, creating a natural stronghold. Dubbed the Gibraltar of the Pacific, it housed airfields, shipyards, supply depots, and an array of warships, making it the hub of Japanese military operations in the region. For Japan, Truk was more than a base. It was a symbol of power and control. From this strategic position, Japanese forces could project dominance across vast swathes of the Pacific. For the Allies, however, it was a target that had to be neutralized to pave the way for the island-hopping campaigns leading to Japan itself. By early 1944, Allied intelligence had pinpointed Truk's vulnerabilities. Through code-breaking and reconnaissance flights, it became clear that the base was heavily defended, but also isolated. While Japan had concentrated its resources there, its logistical lifeline was vulnerable, and its air defenses were overextended. This created a rare opportunity to strike a decisive blow. The strategic vision of Operation Hailstone. Operation Hailstone, launched on February 17, 1944, was designed to obliterate Truk's ability to function as a naval and air base. Vice Admiral Mark Mitcher's Task Force 58, the most powerful carrier force assembled at the time, spearheaded the assault. Comprising 5 fleet carriers, 4 light carriers, and their escorts, the task force carried over 500 aircraft, including F-6F Hellcats, TBF Avengers, and SBD Dauntless dive bombers. The operation was meticulously planned. The first objective was to gain air superiority, ensuring that Japanese planes couldn't threaten the carrier fleet or defend the base. Once the skies were secure, waves of bombers and torpedo planes would target Truk's ships, airfields, and infrastructure. Surface ships would patrol the lagoon, intercepting any vessels attempting to flee or reinforce the base. Timing was critical. Allied intelligence revealed that much of Japan's combined fleet had recently left Truk to avoid detection, leaving the base vulnerable. The Americans seized this opportunity to deliver a crippling blow. Aerial combat, the fight for the skies. At dawn on February 17th, hundreds of American aircraft roared off the decks of Task Force 58's carriers, their engines drowning out the sound of the ocean. The first wave of F-6F Hellcats surged toward Truk's airfields, their mission clear: eliminate Japanese air power. The Hellcats were the backbone of the US Navy's air superiority strategy, designed to outmatch Japan's vaunted Mitsubishi A6M0. The air battle over Truk was brutal. Japanese Zeros scrambled to intercept the incoming Hellcats, resulting in chaotic dogfights. The Hellcats, with their superior speed, firepower, and rugged construction, quickly gained the upper hand. American pilots used altitude to their advantage, diving onto unsuspecting Zeros and climbing away before the lighter, more maneuverable planes could respond. By the end of the first day, over 200 Japanese planes had been destroyed, many on the ground before they could take off. The skies were now American territory, clearing the way for the second phase of the attack. Destruction in the lagoon. With air superiority secured, US bombers and torpedo planes descended on the ships anchored in Truk Lagoon. The SBD Dauntless dive bombers were particularly effective, their near-vertical bombing runs devastating Japanese warships and transports. One of their most notable targets was the Ikoku Maru, a heavily armed transport ship loaded with troops and munitions. A direct hit caused a massive explosion that shattered the ship and sent a fiery plume into the sky. TBF Avengers, armed with torpedoes, attacked from sea level, skimming the water as they unleashed their payloads. Their targets included cargo ships, oil tankers, and smaller vessels trying to flee the lagoon. Surface ships from Task Force 58 also joined the action, using their radar-guided guns to fire on any remaining Japanese vessels. By the end of the operation, nearly 50 ships had been sunk or rendered inoperable, turning Truk Lagoon into a graveyard of Japanese naval power. Among the wreckage were oil tankers, critical to Japan's supply chain, ammunition ships, and troop transports. This loss was devastating for Japan, as it effectively severed its ability to resupply its Central Pacific forces. Geopolitical and strategic impact. The destruction of Truk Lagoon was more than just a tactical victory. It was a geopolitical turning point. By neutralizing Japan's most fortified base in the Central Pacific, the Allies cleared the way for the invasions of the Marianas and the Philippines. The loss of Truk forced Japan to pull back its defensive perimeter, exposing critical supply lines and forcing its navy into a more reactive posture. The operation also underscored the power of carrier-based warfare. Task Force 58's ability to project overwhelming force from the sea demonstrated the growing dominance of naval aviation, a shift that would define the latter stages of the Pacific War. For Japan, the loss of Truk was a psychological blow. It shattered the illusion of invincibility surrounding its Pacific strongholds and exposed the vulnerabilities of its overstretched defenses. The wreckage in Truk Lagoon became a haunting reminder of the cost of underestimating Allied power. The realities of war. The footage you are about to see captures the ferocity of Operation Hailstone. Watch as Hellcats battle Zeros in the skies, as dauntless bombers unleash destruction on Japanese ships, and as the once mighty Truk Lagoon is transformed into a watery graveyard. This is not just history. It is a testament to the bravery, strategy, and sacrifice that defined the Pacific theater of World War II. Operation Hailstone was a masterclass in military planning and execution, a pivotal moment that reshaped the course of the war. Truk Lagoon, once the pride of Japan's Pacific defense, now stands as a silent witness to the relentless determination of the Allies to achieve victory.